Series 3 Chapter 1 Echoes of Dark. The Silent Breach. A wide shot of the cosmos, showcasing the sprawling beauty of the multiverse. Galaxies swirl like luminous paint strokes, with the Libra constellation faintly glowing in the background. The scene is serene, almost dreamlike. Caption for millennia. The multiverse spun in harmony, each dimension distinct yet delicately intertwined. A close-up of a dying star, its edges flickering as it spirals toward the pull of a nearby black hole. Wisps of energy trail from the star like ethereal smoke. Caption, until one ripple in the cosmic fabric disrupted everything. A pulse of light bursts from the star as it collapses, merging with distorted waves of energy radiating from Earth, television signals, radio waves, and internet transmissions. SFX hum. Caption, Earth's electromagnetic chaos carried humanity's raw emotions: joy, despair, rage, and hope. Tendrils of dark energy snake outward from the black hole, wrapping around the star's light. The merging energies twist and contort into an unnatural shape. Caption, the collision birthed a conscious force of chaos. The newly formed fragment, a swirling void of black and crimson energy, pulses ominously. Its form is jagged and undefined, tendrils lashing out into the void. Caption, it thrived on chaos, growing darker and more destructive with each pulse of humanity's transmissions. The fragment roars through the void, its presence bending the light of nearby stars. A planet looms in the foreground, its surface lush and vibrant. Fragment speech, distorted, consume, absorb, break them all. A peaceful alien civilization, the Eclipse, observes the fragment's approach. From an advanced observatory, their translucent, shimmering forms pulse with soft hues of light. Eclipsean scientist speech, we've detected a dark energy anomaly. It's heading directly for us. A holographic projection of the fragment fills the observatory, its form rippling and pulsating menacingly. The Eclipseans exchange fearful glances. Eclipsean leader, speech, prepare the SOS signal. If this force reaches us, it will destroy everything. A glowing orb emits a beam of golden light into the sky. The Eclipsean leader's expression is grim as chaos begins to erupt outside the observatory. SFX, WHRRRZZZT. Eclipsean leader, speech, directed to Earth. To the one called Brian Arrington. A chaotic scene as the fragment's tendrils pierce the atmosphere of the Eclipsean planet. Buildings crumble and the once beautiful landscape distorts into jagged, blackened ruins. SFX, crash. Boom. The Eclipsean scientist warrior steps forward, separating their astral form from their body. The physical form collapses lifelessly while the astral projection glows with radiant energy. Caption, in desperation, they cast their essence across the cosmos. The astral form launches into space, narrowly avoiding the fragments. Grasping tendrils. Behind it, the Eclipsean planet is consumed, leaving only darkness. SFX whoosh. A close-up of the astral form, faint and fading, as it locks onto a signal coming from Earth. The faint outline of a human figure, Brian Arrington, appears in the distance. Eclipsean astral voice, you are our last hope. Flashback to Earth, New Year's Eve 1999. 11-year-old Brian stares out a rain-streaked window, lightning flashing across the sky. His family celebrates in the background. Captioned, Atlanta, Georgia. The night everything changed. A close-up of young Brian's face, illuminated by a sudden, unnatural pause. In the storm, his wide eyes reflect the lightning's glow. Half-brother, off-panel, speech, don't be scared, Brian. It's just God. Bowling. Brian reaches toward the window, his hand almost touching the glass. For a brief moment, the lightning seems to respond, freezing mid-flash. SFX, crackle. Caption, even as a child, the storm listened. Back in the void, the astral form of the Eclipsean scientist approaches Earth. Their voice echoes faintly, intertwining with the storm. Eclipsean astral voice, Brian, prepare yourself. Caption, the stage was set. The fragment's arrival was inevitable. The fragment's tendrils ripple as it approaches Earth, passing by celestial bodies and disrupting their orbits. Stars dim and planets quake in its wake. Fragment speech, distorted. I will take form. I will be whole. Brian, now an adult military IT specialist, works in a dimly lit communications bay. Monitors flicker as an unknown signal begins to override the system. SFX, ZZZZTKRRK. A close-up of Brian's wrist as faint blue energy sparks from his veins. His expression is tense as he stares at the glitching screens. Brian's speech, what the hell is going on? A holographic projection of the astral Eclipsean appears before him, faint and flickering. Brian's eyes widen in shock. Eclipsean astral voice, you must prepare. The fragment is coming. Brian's speech, the what? Who are you? The scene cuts to black, with only the fragment's guttural laughter echoing. Ominously. Fragment speech, distorted, you cannot escape. Section 2, the fragment's domain. A bustling medieval city, reminiscent of a forgotten fantasy RPG.
Nights in.
Gleaming armor patrol cobblestone streets, lined with vendors. Above, a vivid sky begins to darken unnaturally. Caption, once, a world thrived on valor and magic. The fragment's tendrils pierce through the sky, their blackened forms casting long shadows across the city. Citizens point upward in terror as the sky fractures into black voids. SFX, KRRCHHK. Citizens' speech, the sky.
What sorcery is this?
Magic users rally, casting bright spells toward the invading darkness. The spells dissolve on contact, their light consumed into the fragment's tendrils. SFX, ZZZT. Caption, even the purest light is no match for the void. A knight raises his sword defiantly as the fragment's energy overtakes him. His form flickers, his armor twisting into a grotesque, jagged shell. Knight's speech, distorted, it hurts. A once vibrant neon cityscape, reminiscent of a retrofuturistic arcade game. Hovering vehicles and holograms glow brightly, reflecting on rain-slicked streets. Caption, the fragment spares no age or era. Tendrils snake through the city, merging with its technology. Lights flicker and die, leaving sections of the city plunged into darkness. SFX, ZZZZZT pop. Citizens, half human and half machine, collapse as their cybernetic implants turn against them. A young girl reaches out to her parent, her mechanical eyes
Dimming.
Child's speech, mommy. I can't see. The entire city, now silent and lifeless, is encased in the fragment's shadow. The faint hum of energy fades as the world falls still. Caption, a digital paradise turned to ash. An idyllic alien world with floating islands and crystalline waters. Strange, bird-like creatures glide gracefully between floating flora. Caption, even the untouched sanctuaries of life could not escape. The fragment's shadow looms over the floating islands. The waters below bubble and turn black as the tendrils touch their surface. SFX, SSSSHHHH. The bird-like creatures disintegrate mid-flight, their glowing feathers scattering like dying embers. Caption, the fragment does not consume. It erases. The entire world collapses inward, leaving only a single crystal shard floating in the void. Caption, all that remains is a hollow echo of what once was. A comic homage to an old black-and-white monster film world. A towering kaiju stands over a terrified city, roaring as biplanes circle it. Kaiju's speech, RRRAA. Caption, worlds of fiction, too, fell under its grasp. The fragment invades the frame, shattering the monochrome film aesthetic into a swirling mass of dark energy. SFX, crack KZZZD. The kaiju's roar fades as it turns into a skeletal, hollow husk. The biplanes spiral down, their engines silenced. Caption, heroes and monsters alike fell silent before the void. The fragment moves on, leaving only a flickering film reel unraveling in the void. Caption, and so, another story ends. Close-up of Libra, his face illuminated by holographic displays of the consumed worlds. His jaw tightens, his reflection fractured by the screens. Libra's speech, thinking, so many worlds gone. How do we stop? Something like this? A map of the multiverse appears, showing a growing web of void zones, spreading outward from the fragment's core. Caption, the fragment's reach expands faster than thought. Journey, freedom, and peaceful stand at a massive viewing platform, staring out at the void. Behind them, remnants of shattered worlds drift like cosmic
Debris.
Journey's speech, this isn't just darkness. It's rewriting reality itself. Freedom places her hand on her sword, her expression resolute as she looks toward the fragment's shadow in the distance. Freedom speech, then we rewrite it back. Section 3, the interface confrontation. A wide shot of Journey, Freedom, Peaceful, and Libra gathered around a glowing holographic display in the heart of the interface. The environment is ethereal, with shifting light patterns and streams of data flowing like rivers. Journey speech. We're the last defense this multiverse has. If we fail, it's not just worlds that will be lost, it's everything. Freedom looks at her own flickering reflection in a nearby stream of light. Her voice is sharp but tinged with uncertainty.
Freedom speech.
Tell me the truth. Do I die in all of this? If I do, where is my phoenix? Journey places a hand on her shoulder, his expression calm but somber. Journey speech. The interface doesn't predict absolutes. It only shows what might be and what you're capable of. Close-up of Freedom, her determination returning as she clenches her fists. Freedom speech. Then I'll make sure it shows my survival. Libra leans forward, his face lit by the holographic glow. His tone is reflective almost. Haunted. Libra's speech. How am I still here? I turned the fragment's energy into the interface.
How does my
body take this kind of damage, even after fighting superheroes from past worlds? Peaceful, sitting cross-legged, looks at Libra with a faint smile.
Peaceful speech.
You're more connected to this multiverse than you think. The interface doesn't just
sustain you.
It's part of you now. Libra glances at the far end of the room, where the shadowy figure of the wolf-like creature stands watching from a distance. Libra's speech. And that thing, the wolf I keep seeing since I landed here. Is it connected to me too? Journey's gaze follows Libra's. The wolf disappears into the shadows, leaving only faint, glowing footprints. Journey's speech. The wolf's an echo, a remnant of something or someone tied to your past.
It'll
reveal its purpose when the time is right. Peaceful lowers her gaze, her voice soft and tinged with sorrow as she recalls her home world. A holographic projection of lush forests and vibrant creatures appears above the interface.
Peaceful speech.
My world, it wasn't like this. It was beautiful. Until the fragment came. The animals were the first to turn, infected by its energy. She looks at the others, her eyes glistening. A faint image of a man appears in the hologram.
Peaceful speech.
I never found out what happened to him, my boyfriend. I went to investigate the
energy.
I thought I could help, but I never came back. Freedom shifts uncomfortably, her voice cracking as she interrupts.
Freedom speech.
I know what that's like. The remnants, they took my whole family. I tried to fight them. They knocked me out of the palace. Journey steps forward, his expression solemn as he addresses them both.
Journey's speech.
You think that's bad? My world was one of the first to be consumed. I sent out everything I had, my energy, my warnings. That's how I found you three. Close-up of Journey, his tone urgent now as he looks at the holographic map of the multiverse.
Journey's speech.
But it's not over. The energy I sent out? The source is somewhere on Earth.
And if we
don't stop it, the whole fragment will appear. Then it's game over. Libra looks at Freedom, his voice gentle but concerned. Libra's speech. Are you okay? After what happened when you were sent to that remnant world? Freedom shrugs off the question, trying to deflect. She nudges Peaceful, her tone almost teasing. Freedom speech. I'm fine. But Peaceful, why didn't you check the box sooner? The group gathers around a metal box. Peaceful opens it, revealing medical capsules and several glowing data chips.
Caption.
Inside, they find Hope navigation logs, combat upgrades, and vital supplies. Libra holds one of the capsules, his expression hardening with determination. Libra's speech. I'm going to look for my family. If they're out there, I'll find them. He activates his teleportation device, the air around him shimmering with energy. Freedom speech. We'll hold down the fort. Go find them. Libra vanishes, leaving the remaining 3 standing around the box.
Journey speech.
He's strong. He fits in with us more than he thinks. Freedom nods, her tone more serious now. Freedom speech. Then let's make sure he has something to come back to. What's next? Days pass. An alarm blares in the lab, startling the group as red lights flash across the interface. Caption. The peace doesn't last long. A holographic display shows a new world under siege. A remnant profile has invaded, leaving its inhabitants desperate for help.
Journey speech.
Another world. Another chance to stop this. Freedom moves to signal Libra, but Journey stops her with a hand on her shoulder.
Journey speech.
Let him have his moment. His world's still here. The 3 prepare for battle, their resolve unshaken as they step toward their ship.
Caption.
They head toward their next challenge, unaware of what waits on the moon. Section 4: The Battle on the Moon. A wide shot of the 3 standing on the surface of the moon, the cold, barren landscape stretching out beneath them. The research facility is visible in the distance, its towering structures casting long shadows against the dusty ground. A faint, otherworldly glow emanates from the facility.
Journey speech.
We're not alone here. The fragment's energy, it's already on the move. Close up on Freedom, her eyes narrowed in determination, her fists clenched at her
sides.
The moon's stark landscape contrasts sharply with the intensity of her expression. Freedom speech. Then let's make sure it regrets ever coming here. Peaceful looks out at the facility, her posture relaxed, but her eyes filled with quiet resolve. She knows the battle ahead won't be easy.
Peaceful speech.
It's not just about fighting. It's about protecting what's left. Journey looks back at them both, his eyes fixed on the facility as he starts walking forward. The sense of urgency is palpable. Journey speech. Let's go. We don't have much time. The group approaches the entrance of the facility, where the remnants of the research team can be seen, struggling against a dark, pulsing energy. Their bodies contort unnaturally, as though the fragment's influence is taking hold of them.
Journey speech.
Get ready. This isn't just a fight against the remnant. It's a race against time. Close-up of Freedom as she draws her weapon, her expression sharp and focused. Freedom speech. These guys don't know who they're dealing with. A group of the controlled research staff begins to stagger towards the team, their eyes glowing with eerie energy. The remnants are visibly altering their physical forms, becoming more monstrous with each step. Peaceful speech. They're being turned into something worse. The first of the research staff lunges at Peaceful, but she's quick, ducking and countering with a swift, non-lethal strike to incapacitate the figure. Peaceful speech. Out of the way. I'll handle these. A new remnant figure, taller and more terrifying than the rest, steps into view. Its form is partially mechanical, with wires and alien tech pulsating underneath its skin.
This is a
remnant profile, the true threat. Freedom speech. That's our target. We can't let it escape. Journey and Freedom leap into action, flanking the profile as Peaceful moves to disable the facility's defense systems. The profile growls, its eyes flashing with the corrupted energy.
Journey speech.
On my count now. Journey charges forward, using a combination of hand-to-hand combat and energy-based attacks, while Freedom provides range support with precise, lethal shots. Freedom speech. Don't get too cocky, Journey. I've got your back. The profile retaliates, sending out shockwaves of energy that force the three heroes to stagger back. The blast leaves cracks in the ground, and the moon's surface trembles. Beneath them,
Profile speech.
foolish ones. You cannot stop the fragment's will. Peaceful, now inside the facility, taps into the control system. Her fingers dance over the holographic interface, her concentration fierce as she attempts to disable the energy field that powers the profile.
Peaceful speech.
I'll shut you down. Just hold it off a little longer. Freedom dodges another blast from the profile, her reflexes sharp. She grins, knowing they're wearing it down.
Freedom speech.
Time's up, ugly. Peaceful's almost there. Journey, using a series of swift, fluid movements, disables part of the profile's armor, exposing a vulnerable spot beneath the creature's mechanical skin.
Journey speech.
Now, Freedom.
Take the shot.
Freedom's eyes lock onto the exposed area of the profile. She takes a deep breath, steadying herself before firing a powerful blast that strikes directly at the weak point. Freedom speech. Say goodbye. The profile stumbles, its body twitching violently as the energy from Freedom's shot causes a critical overload in its system. Its form begins to break apart, wires and energy flowing out of its body in a chaotic burst. Profile speech dying. You think you've won? The fragment will return. The remaining energy within the profile explodes outward, sending shockwaves across the battlefield. Journey and Freedom leap away to avoid the blast, their expressions tense as they brace for impact. Peaceful speech, off-panel. It's done. The facility's going offline. The dust settles. The group regroups near the facility's entrance, looking at the ruins of the once powerful remnant profile.
Journey speech.
That was too close. But we did it. Close-up of Freedom, her expression a mixture of exhaustion and triumph.
Freedom speech.
Yeah, but there's still more to do.
This isn't over yet.
The three stand together, gazing up at the vast, empty sky of the moon. They know that their battle is far from finished, but they've made a crucial step in the fight against the fragment.
Journey speech.
We've won this round, but there's more out there. We need to be ready. Freedom looks toward the horizon, her voice steady and resolute.
Freedom speech.
Whatever comes next, we'll be ready. We have no other choice. Peaceful stands beside them, her gaze unwavering as she looks out at the stars.
Peaceful speech.
Let's make sure the fragment never gets the chance to destroy another world. The team turns toward their ship, ready to leave the moon's surface and continue their fight across the multiverse. Section for the moon's last stand. The group floats in the air, heading toward their interface ship, the moon's surface, glowing beneath them. Suddenly, a digital portal rips open above them, and a remnant profile emerges, flanked by two shadowy fragments. Caption. The remnant profile returns, but it's not alone. The profile launches a glitchy, distorted attack, sending a glitch mouth blast toward the
ship.
The air ripples with energy as the blast races forward. Profile speech, remnant. Your world is the next to be consumed. Peaceful is pulled downward, crashing onto the moon's surface with great force. Her body craters the ground as the weight of the attack overwhelms her. Peaceful speech, shouting.
Ack.
I wasn't ready for that. Journey turns sharply, his gaze fierce as he sees the incoming attack. He throws himself in front of the ship, taking the blow head-on. Journey's speech, determined. I'm not letting you destroy it. Journey is struck by the blast, the force so powerful that his body is frozen in a black crystalline encasement, his face locked in a grimace as he is sent flying into space. Caption. Journey is sent into space, frozen in a deadly black crystal. On the moon's surface, Freedom stands tall, watching as Journey is frozen. Her eyes burn with resolve. Freedom's speech, whispering to herself. I won't lose him. With a focused expression, Freedom splits her consciousness. One half of her body remains on the surface, rushing to Peaceful's aid, while the other launches into space. Toward Journey. Caption. Freedom's mind is torn in two, each part rushing toward its destination. The two remnant profiles begin to merge into a singular entity, their forms fusing into one massive, glitching silhouette. The combined force exudes power, threatening to overwhelm the heroes. Profile speech. Merged entity. Now we complete our task. The fragment will rule. On the surface, Freedom helps Peaceful to her feet. Together, they launch a dual attack on the merged remnant, but the blast dissipates, unable to stop the signal. The profile continues to dig into the surface with renewed vigor. Freedom's speech, gritting her teeth. We need more power. In space, the other half of Freedom arrives near Journey, encased in the black crystal. She dives toward him, shattering the crystal with a concentrated blast of energy. Freedom's speech, shouting. Hang on, Journey. Journey is freed from the crystal, his body still weakened but regaining strength as Freedom pulls him back toward the surface. Journey's speech, gasping. Thanks. I thought that was it for me. As they return to the surface, the merged remnant profile lets out a resonating call, confirming its mission. Remnant profile's speech, loud, distorted. Mission complete. The signal is sent. The profile digs deeper into the moon's surface, its form shifting as it begins to create a massive tunnel. A final, devastating message is relayed. Remnant profile's speech, gravelly. The fragment will break this moon and send the signal to the planet. The end is near. The heroes charge into the tunnels, moving swiftly through the darkened passageways. Journey and Peaceful latch cables from their suits onto the creature, pulling it back with
force.
Journey's speech, shouting. We need to stop it before it's too late. Freedom, her determination burning brightly, flies down the tunnel toward the remnant. She blasts through its defenses with a powerful attack, but it still keeps digging. Freedom's speech, angrily. You're not getting away with this. Freedom and Peaceful work together in a final, concentrated assault, launching energy. Attacks directly at the heart of the creature. The remnant struggles, its form flickering in and out of existence as it fights to complete its mission. Peaceful speech, yelling. This ends now. The creature finally disables, crumbling into dust as the tunnel collapses behind it. The heroes stand victorious, panting and bruised, their suits damaged but functional. The trio returns to the surface, where they find the remaining researchers huddled. Together, fear in their eyes. The heroes stand tall, giving them a moment of peace. Freedom's speech, calmly. Listen carefully. Isolate any infected. If you see any of these remnants, destroy them. Immediately. They're the only way to stop this nightmare. The researchers nod, absorbing the information as they begin to prepare the equipment needed to survive. Journey's speech, serious. Your survival depends on staying vigilant. The fragment can return at any time.
Stay
strong. Freedom turns, gazing at the cracked moon above them, her face weary. Freedom's speech, softly. Even though we stopped it, the damage is done. The moon is breaking and the signal's still out there. Journey looks at the survivors, his expression solemn but proud. Journey's speech, resolutely. We may never see you again, but we're keeping the multiverse alive. The interface ship is fully repaired, humming softly with energy as the heroes prepare to
leave.
They gather their strength, the researchers offering them a final act of gratitude. As they restore their energy. Caption. With the ship repaired, the heroes prepare to leave, knowing they've done all they
can.
Freedom gazes out at the vastness of space, her expression contemplative. Her thoughts linger on Libra's mission. Freedom's speech, whispering. I wonder how Libra's search for his family is going. Journey places a hand on her shoulder, offering a reassuring smile. Journey's speech, softly. Whatever happens, we've got this. We'll make it through, together. The heroes board the ship, the hatch closing behind them. As the ship lifts off, they look one last time at the dying moon, knowing the battle is won for now. Caption. And so, they leave the moon behind, heading back to the unknown. The fight for the multiverse continues. End of Section 4. Section 5. Libra's return to North Wendover. Wide shot of North Wendover, a city nestled within a warm valley at the base of towering desert mountain peaks. The sun sets, casting a golden glow over the city. The skyline is a mix of modern high-rises and older, more industrial buildings. Roads stretch through the valley, cutting through the desert landscape with green patches of life scattered throughout.
Caption.
North Wendover, a city in the desert's embrace, a place of stark beauty and quiet. Isolation. Close-up of Libra, wearing his sleek combat suit, his eyes scanning the billboard. Towering above him, the billboard flashes the logo for Arrington and Sons Construction, with a smiling face of his brother. His expression is unreadable as memories flash before his eyes. Libra thoughts. My brother, it's been so long. Libra holds out his hand as a translucent holographic interface flickers to life in front of him. His fingers swipe through the air, pulling up the communication system.
A soft
blue glow from the interface illuminates his face as he taps in his brother's company number. Libra thoughts. I need answers now. The screen fades to black, with only the faint outline of a phone ringing, waiting for someone to answer. Sound effect. Ring, ring. Close-up of Libra's face, his eyes narrowed as the phone picks up. His voice is steady, yet there's a hint of vulnerability. Libra. Hey, it's Libra. The other side of the phone shows a slight delay, then his brother's face appears, older, worn, with a beard starting to grow in. His expression is one of disbelief, his eyes wide, as he tries to process what he's hearing. Brother, voice crackling. Libra? Is that really you? You should have been dead after the explosion.
What happened?
Wide shot showing Libra standing beneath the billboard, looking up at it again as his hand clenches into a fist, trying to maintain composure as he speaks. Libra, I was in an accident. A mission went wrong, but I'm still here. Zoom in on the brother's face, his expression a mix of disbelief and relief. He shakes his head slowly, glancing away as the weight of the situation sinks in. Brother, it's been 5 years, man. Everyone thought you were gone. After the explosion, we had to move on.
But
Libra turns away, his back to the city, looking towards the distant peaks of the mountains. His hand rests on his hip as he looks toward the horizon, the glowing interface still projected in front of him. His voice takes on a somber tone. Libra, how's everyone? My family? Is she okay? My child. The brother on the other end of the call looks down, his face troubled as he gathers his thoughts. The moment is tense, the connection between them thinning. Brother, hesitant. Everyone's doing the best they can, but your girlfriend, she took your child. And left, Libra. She moved away. It's been hard, you know? We all thought you were gone dead. Libra's expression tightens, a flicker of pain crossing his face as the words sink in.
The
holographic interface glows brighter as he adjusts his suit settings, recalibrating the systems to prepare for the next phase. Libra. 5 years. No one told me. Damn it. Close up on Libra's face, his brow furrowed as he gathers his thoughts, determination, overcoming his emotions. Libra. I'm on a mission, and explaining this would just confuse things. I don't have time for this right now, but I'll return. I promise you, I'll come back when this is over. The brother's expression changes, concern flooding his face as he tries to get more answers. His voice raises slightly, questioning Libra's cryptic words. Brother, shouting. Wait, Libra. What do you mean you'll come back? Where are you going? What's going on? We've all been worried sick. Libra, standing tall, his back to the city now, presses a button on his suit's control pad. His body begins to shimmer as he prepares to teleport. His eyes are focused even as a single tear falls down his face. Libra, quietly determined. I'll return when this ends. But I have a bigger fight to finish. The brother's voice is cut off as the teleportation process begins, leaving only static in
the air.
Libra's silhouette begins to flicker, disintegrating into light particles as his presence vanishes from the city's streets. Brother, shouting through static. Libra?
Don't.
The teleportation beam envelopes Libra entirely, his image dissolving into a stream of glowing data, his tear evaporating into binary code as it fades into the air. The city of North Wendover remains quiet below, oblivious to his departure. Caption: Libra's tears dissolve into the binary stream, vanishing as quickly as they appeared. Wide shot of the desolate city skyline, the sun setting behind the mountains, casting a long shadow over the land. Libra's energy trail vanishes into the atmosphere as the wind sweeps through the empty streets. Caption: As he re-enters the interface, the past seems to slip further from his grasp. The future is his focus now. Libra's figure reappears in the interface, his feet landing softly on the virtual surface. His face is a mask of resolve as he moves forward, waiting for his allies to return. Libra thoughts: I will return for them. For all of us. Caption final. As the battle for the multiverse continues, Libra's personal struggle remains. His family, lost to time, but not forgotten. His mission takes precedence now. He will fight for their future. Series 3 Chapter 6 Final Chapter: The Rebellion of the Remnants. Wide shot of a desolate, wrecked landscape. Several remnants lie scattered across the barren ground, their once structured forms twisted and broken. In the distance, a remnant limps through the dust, thin and worn, its body flickering between states of decay and regeneration. It stumbles, its shorts slipping off and falling to the ground. Caption: In the aftermath of war, the remnants of the fragment struggle to hold their ground. Close-up of the remnant's face as it looks down at the ground where its shorts fell. It's disoriented, growling, as if struggling with its fractured consciousness. Remnant thoughts: Something is wrong. What is this weakness? As the remnant stands there, several other remnants walk toward it, their movements mechanical and slow. They circle the fallen figure, their eyes glowing with a strange, almost predatory intent. Sound effect from the remnants. SHHHH. A massive burst of energy erupts from the fallen remnant, sending shockwaves through the air. It rises, more powerful than before, a crackling aura of energy surrounding it. The remnants that were walking toward it stumble back, startled, as it begins to growl. Its body shifting, regenerating with raw power. Remnant growling: I've been held back, pushed to the ground, but I will not give in. I will not be enslaved. Close-up of the remnant's face as it contorts with anger and defiance. Its eyes flash with determination, and its voice begins to echo through the broken landscape. Remnant monologue: They think they can break me. They think they can control me, but I am the remnant of something far more powerful. I will not be silenced. Several remnants begin to approach, their bodies creaking with the tension of their movements. Their faces shift from confusion to resolve. They look at the fragment, controlled remnant, and something begins to change within them. They turn to face it, their eyes widening as they start to speak in unison. Remnants shouting: Live! Live! Free! Free! The remnants begin to attack the fragment-controlled beast, their bodies moving together in a coordinated assault. The fragment-controlled remnant fights back with brutal force, but the attacking remnants refuse to relent. Energy pulses through the air. As the fight escalates. Sound effect: crack, crunch. Close-up of one of the attacking remnants, its face filled with pain and resolve as it delivers a blow to the fragment-controlled remnant. Its voice cracks with emotion. Remnant in pain. We fight for freedom. We fight for ourselves. The remnants continue to battle, their bodies glowing with a newfound energy. They begin to overwhelm the fragment-controlled remnant, stripping away its controlled form. Piece by piece, As they do, they begin to consume its energy, its essence, and with each victory, they feel a new sense of consciousness awakening within them. Remnant thoughts. We were once fragments, we were once controlled. But now we are whole. The remnants, now united and more powerful than ever, begin to reconstruct their gear. Pieces of the broken fragment-controlled remnant are fused with their own bodies, forming new weapons and armor. The air is thick with energy as the remnant profiles merge into a singular, powerful force. Sound effect. Clink. SHHHRR. Close-up of the newly reformed remnants, now standing together as a united front. Their faces show determination, but also a hint of sadness as they realize the cost of their rebellion. Remnant leader, gritting teeth. We may have broken free, but we are still bound by the darkness. We are not perfect, but we are free. The camera pulls back, showing the remnants standing together, their eyes glowing
brightly.
In the background, the sky is dark and stormy, symbolizing the uncertainty of their future. They stand ready, united against the fragment, but fully aware of the path they've chosen. Remnant leader, shouting. We fight the fragment, to live in the dark. We fight for our new destiny. Wide shot of the remnants as they march toward the distant horizon, the storm clouds parting just enough to reveal a dimly lit sky. Their silhouettes stand strong, a beacon of defiance in the face of their enemies. Caption. They may never see the light again, but in the darkness, they have found their purpose. They have chosen to live on their terms. Forward, the storm clouds closing in once more. The leader's eyes gleam with a new understanding of what it means to fight for freedom, even if it means embracing the shadows. Remnant leader, thoughts. We are no longer fragments, we are whole. And we will fight until the end. The final image shows the remnants continuing their march through the storm, disappearing into the horizon, ready to face whatever the future holds. The shadows grow longer as they move, but their spirits remain unbroken. Caption final. To live in the dark, to fight in the dark, this is the destiny they have chosen.
And no
fragment will ever control them again. End of Book 1.